This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Monday, November 17th. I'm James Spann. The rain exiting the state early this morning. Very cold air moving in. Record lows are likely tomorrow morning. Maybe some more rain by the week is over. Maybe some storms in about a week. A lot of things to talk about. Hey, this is November. Let's go in there and do it. We'll start with the big picture this morning. And that is a screaming cold look here for the middle part of November. That air mass coming in has connections over the pole, and we're going to see a whole lot of record lows, not only here but around the nation. And in advance of the push of cold air, look at the severe weather erupting down in southeast Alabama. They have gotten in the warm sector of this thing, and we've got tornado warnings at daybreak southeast of Montgomery. And up here, you can see the rain is ending. The rain beginning to end across the Birmingham metro. That screen grab was at 5:15, so by the time you watch this, the rain should be over for Tuscaloosa and Birmingham. Look at that rotation. That was a screen grab at 5:08, a very tight velocity couplet over the southwestern part of Bullock County. That's southeast of Montgomery. And at that point, Union Springs was in the tornado warning polygon. And that was coming up into Russell County, and then that'll be in Georgia by the time you watch this, but that was a sign of how active things were earlier this morning. And look at the cold air coming in. That's amazing. You got temperatures in the 30s around the shoals. Montgomery and Alexander City almost at 70, as they are in the warm sector. That's the reason you got severe weather down there. But around the nation, look at the cold. Goodness. They're expecting upper teens around here tomorrow morning, and maybe even Wednesday morning as well. As we'll see some new records being established. A tornado watch until 2 p.m. Eastern time for parts of central and south Georgia and north Florida. Some of the cities involved in that would be Tallahassee, Valdosta, and Macon, Albany. And north of here, snow falling. Winter weather advisories from Memphis, Tennessee, up to Louisville, Kentucky, Cincinnati. Then up into the northeast, we're going to see some big lake effect snows affecting some of the cities up there as well, where winter storm warnings are in effect and heavy snow warnings. This is the convective outlook for the rest of today and tonight. The standard slight risk for parts of North Florida and the South Atlantic coast, a marginal risk all the way up to the mouth of Chesapeake Bay. Of course, the rain is out of here. This is the rain valid through Saturday morning. And this is suggesting basically no rain for a pretty good chunk of the state, but we wonder if there could be a few showers back in here on Friday, as the GFS is trying to suggest that. And just beyond this period, some rain looks likely before the upcoming weekend is over, as we're getting into an active November weather pattern here. So let's take a look at modeling. This is the GFS, the Global Forecast System, valid today at noon, and look at that. Holy moly, that's a very, very cold trough coming in. And down below that, thickness values are as low as you'll see them in the month of November. And we're going to have a strong north wind. Temperatures will stay in the 30s north of Birmingham. For Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden will probably hover around 40 much of the day today. That wind will make it feel colder. In fact, that's going to drive the wind chill index down to freezing much of the day if you'll be outside. And tomorrow morning, goodness, the GFS is printing 18. The NAM is at 22 for Birmingham. And again, the truth is probably somewhere in between. And we're still going to see the wind blowing tomorrow morning. This is not a radiational cooling night, so the wind chill index could easily drop into the single digits early tomorrow morning. So be aware of that. During the day, sunny and a high only in the 30s. And some of the communities north of Birmingham will have a hard time getting above freezing despite the sun being out all day. This is Wednesday. Now, the surface high should be on top of us, so Wednesday morning will be very cold. That's a radiational cooling morning, so the colder valleys in protected areas will see upper teens. The ridge tops will be in the low and mid-20s. Whatever, another very hard freeze there Wednesday. And then during the day Wednesday, we start the warming process as we rise into the upper 40s. This is Thursday. We go back in the 50s with a sunny sky. And this is Friday. For some reason, the pressure field is not on this output, the model output here, but you can see the GFS is suggesting a little wave could scoot through here with a few showers Friday. I don't think this is a big rain event, but we're going to mention that in the forecast, just potential for some rain. And then we got a big weekend coming up. This is the pre-Thanksgiving weekend, Saturday, November 22nd, this coming Saturday. This is suggesting that we are dry and mild. Hey, if those thickness values are right, we ought to be in the 60s on Saturday. That'll feel like a a heat wave or something. But we note the next wave west of the state over Texas, and this is Sunday. And that trough wants to go a little negative tilt. And, this could be a severe weather look. You got a sub 1,000 millibar low near St. Louis, and we are in the warm sector Sunday with temperatures well up in the 60s and a good round of showers and storms coming in here. So just something to watch in coming days. This will change. This is certainly not carved in stone 6 days in advance, but again, Sunday looks like a wet and potentially stormy day and maybe some chance of strong to severe storms. We remind everybody this is the fall tornado season, November and December. It is not unusual to have severe weather. In fact, it is expected to have severe weather from time to time. And then this is Monday, and the front kind of hangs up, and we're still wet, still mild, no cold air. In fact, the GFS Moss is printing a high of 71 Monday with occasional showers and storms. And then this is Wednesday of next week. The rain is out of here. Wanted to walk you through Thanksgiving and understand this is in the land of voodoo. This is beyond 7 days, so this could clearly change. But this is suggesting the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, the 26th, would be dry. This is the busiest travel day of the year. So pick out your spot and see where you're headed. And at this point, if this is correct, the South Atlantic coast would be wet, the Middle Atlantic coast, but no major storms for the country. This is Thanksgiving Day. If this is correct, the weather would be dry and seasonal here, no cold air. Highs maybe around 60, low 60s. And that's about average, by the way, for late November. This is Alabama, this is not Minnesota. Statistically, we should be in the 60s here in November. And the 28th, the big shopping day, some cold air beginning to move in. That's a 1046 high coming down the pike. And this is Saturday, the 29th, which is Iron Bowl Day. Got an upper low showing up in the northern Gulf, and that looks considerably colder but dry. But please don't take this as gospel. This will change. We're just looking out here. And this is the end of the forecast on December 2nd. Rain east of here. Temperatures for the next 15 days. You can see that warm spike coming in here late this weekend, early next week. Maybe temperatures flirting with 70. And then for Thanksgiving, this is suggesting highs in the low 50s and lows in the 30s, coming off the ensemble here. So this is suggesting it might be cooler than average. We'll just have to wait and see. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream of the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great Monday, and God bless.